My name is Ariel Gomez. I'm a multidisciplinary creative producer and strategist, primarily working in the arts and culture sector. My current clients include Gala Hispanic Theater in Washington, D.C., as well as the Annapolis Film Festival, the New York Latino Film Festival, and a tech startup based in Portland, Oregon. So right now I'm working for Gala Hispanic Theater, and I work a hybrid schedule for them. So I'm in the theater 3 days a week and working from home 2 days out of the week. So right now is one of those remote days in which I am here at my house just working on tasks that I don't need to be at the theater for, which usually includes a lot of design heavy days and just working on various branding projects for the theater. With my line of work, titles and all that kind of vary. So from client to client, project to project, what they actually call me can be anything from a social media manager to a creative producer to a communications associate to a creative strategist. So specifically at Gala, the theater that I work for in DC, I am a marketing associate. I like to say that I'm more so a creative director within their marketing department, specifically because of all the brand and design projects that I do in our efforts to promote the various shows and programs that Gala puts on each season. So today, for example, I'm working on various projects for their upcoming 50th anniversary season, and so that doesn't kick off till September, but it's something that we're already working on actively right now, and so that's something that I can easily work from home for, or just remotely, right? So on a day like today where I'm working from home, on the days that I'm not at Gala in the office or in the theater, those are really days that I could work from wherever, whether that's my house or whether that's on location with another client that I'm working with that's in a different state. And so that's really just the beauty of the hybrid schedule and the flexibility that it affords me. Specifically with Gala also, just because the days that I do work from home and that I do work at the theater vary. It's not like I have to be at the office Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and at home the rest. It's just really whatever works and whatever lends itself to the project that we're working on. And that concludes my workday. So today I did a little bit of social media work, planned some future marketing campaigns for the theater, took some calls, answered some emails, and handled some fire drills. And that's a pretty average remote day for me, but you never know. I'm always on call, so I could always get a call.
They couldn't do before the 15th for I don't know what kind of complications related to set or whatever, or building, or I don't know what they were doing. But I do remember that we couldn't do it.
Lydia is insisting that she does not want to do the photo shoot if Fran cannot participate, because she does not want to promote the show without Fran. And so now Ileana is saying if we can move the photo shoot to either Wednesday next week or Tuesday of the following week. So that's also part of the job, just always having to be on call and ready to handle any fire drill that comes up. In theater, it's a different fire every single day.
Pantallas digitales que cuestan $5,000 cada una. Resulta ser que ahora las dos están malas porque alguien quebró la otra.
Okay.
Están arriba y tengo ahora que ver dónde se pueden mandar a reparar.
¿Pero qué es lo que les pasa? So right now we're at the theater in Columbia Heights in Washington, D.C. and today's a show night, so there are over 100 people coming to see the show tonight, and what I'm doing right now is preparing some of the marketing and branding images that are going to be displayed on the various displays that we have in the theater, in the lobby, in the box office, and upstairs in the house. Since it's the third week, the third weekend in the run of the show, my responsibilities become less and less. Opening weekend is typically the busiest, but right now, just updating any of our digital displays and filming social media content whenever possible. It's been really interesting working at a Latino theater in the capital of the United States, specifically in just the time that our country is in. That's obviously been something that's impacted us in the way that we create art and in the work that we do. Gala has been around for 50 years. Next season is our 50th season, and there's not that many theaters that have been around in the DC area. There's only a few that have been around longer than Gala, and all of those are, you know, much more powerful, larger institutions like the Kennedy Center, an arena stage. So I think it's quite a feat for Gala to still be standing strong. And I say it's such a feat for an institution like Gala to still be going strong 50 years later, because we started at a disadvantage, right? We're a theater in an English-speaking city predominantly, in an English-speaking country predominantly, creating theater and creating art solely in Spanish. Already there is an audience that is less tangible for us to reach. Obviously, we work hard in the marketing department day in and day out to reach those audiences, to make Spanish language theater accessible not only to Spanish speakers, but to those wanting to learn Spanish. Those that don't speak Spanish aren't interested necessarily in learning, but are willing to see a show in a foreign language. You know, we provide that accessibility through through subtitles and through other means. And we want everybody to be welcome at Gala. So at a time when it feels like the art and the people and the artists that we bring on stage aren't necessarily welcomed in our country by everyone, I feel like it's never been more important for Gala to continue to do the work that it's doing.